That was an unmitigated disaster. I mean, there's no nice way of saying that. And I'm gonna say it without cursing. But big shout out HBCU Digital Network, cablebusters.tv. But FAMU deserves to lose this football game. I mean, I don't like to say that. I know that doesn't sound very nice, but that was some of the most piss poor football I've seen in my life, and it's not based on play calling. Coach Simmons has actually called a pretty good game. Like, go back and look at the play calls; they were good calls. It's just players drop balls. You get a lot of penalties. It's very hard to call plays when it's 3rd and 20, 3rd and 15. Granted, there's something wrong with the field. There has to be. I've not seen that many players just randomly slip on a field ever. I don't know if we just have the wrong shoes, but something's wrong. There's something wrong with that field. It's got to be either that or something we did wrong in equipment. Somewhere there's something missing. But that was terrible. Like, just being honest. Like, the drops on offense, that's a problem. We started slow. The run game looks decent when we can get it. Xavier Smith has been somebody we've been looking for all game. He's been in the backfield. He's been used as a receiver. He's everywhere. The tight ends, Kamari Young is all over the field for better or for worse. Sometimes it's for worse because he's getting some penalties, but some of the holding calls, if you look, it's because he's engaged in blocking and he's slipping on the field. I mean, we worked really well at tempo at times, but Musa misses the open receiver. And the defense has been good when we don't have that happen at the end of the game on special teams. That's some Madden NCAA football video game BS where nobody touches the ball and you recover it. I've seen that happen on a video game. I've never seen that happen in real life. And if you notice, the players slipped when that happened. Both, I believe that was Terrell Jennings and the other players, when they went to go get the ball, they slipped, completely lose their footing. They're going to get cursed out. Like, I hope nobody's recording it. They're going to get cursed out. Like, let's not even, oh, well, no. They're going to get a strong tongue lashing. And they honestly, you've kind of earned it. I mean, the penalties are ridiculous. Like, some of those penalties are foolish. They just are. Like, it's just not. There's no way to say it in a nice way. And if you've been watching like me, I'm watching the FAMU game, and I'm like, we don't deserve to win this game. You should have 20 some points at this point. And I said that quite often this season, and I guess this is the other half of the 60 minutes of trash we saw in South Carolina State. So the second half should be good because we can't put together 60 minutes in one time frame. We put together 60 minutes, but it's 60 minutes of good football and 60 minutes of sorry football. Just saying, like, that's kind of what we've gotten. Jackson State, we had 60 whole minutes of trash. Albany State, the first 30, garbage. Second 30, decent. Then you got the Alabama State game, first 30, second 30, okay. And then again, you kind of 30, we're mixing it up, but it's not in a good way. And right now, FAMU's down 10-3, and you should be up 20 something to 3. I mean, it's good. It stands well to say we're going to lose this game. And it's Grambling gets the ball back at half. If something doesn't change, you're going to lose. I mean, that's obvious, but especially execution has to happen. Like, at some point, somebody on offense has got to create some level of consistency. I don't know if they're just trying to play too fast. They were too busy trying to talk trash because the game was chippy from the beginning. Like, they were talking trash, but it's been terrible football. It's been offensively. The defense is solid. Like, yeah, we've given up one touchdown and 10 points. That touchdown wasn't on the defense. That touchdown is honestly on special teams. I can't even blame that on Musa. Musa's looked up and down, but he was hot. He was good. We just dropped the ball. And it's just like, that's the maddening part of this game so far. So halftime, FAMU's down 10-3. I can't tell you why, to be honest. I can tell you why. I can't tell you what the heck is going on. I can tell you they're probably getting a strong tongue lashing, and that I expect second half football to be inspired. but I have no clue what they're doing with that field. That field at Graham looks terrible as far as people just slipping and falling. It's either the field or our equipment staff. So it may be our equipment staff. We may just have the wrong type of cleats on. But it's weird when even Calvez takes a slide and he slipped for 10 yards. After he's given himself up, he's still on the ground sliding across the G. Musa loses footing on the G. Play like it's something. So it's a talking piece, but it's not an excuse. The reality is we're getting our butts kicked, and we're kicking our and we're beating ourselves. Like Hugh Jackson hadn't called a great football game. He has. He's been very multiple. Like he's put some impressive sets out there, but nothing he's done has just been like, oh my gosh, that's impressive. It's been a lot of yo, that's really cool. Like a lot of movement, but Calvez from Jones High School in Orlando, Florida, kid's playing his heart out. He got his bell rung 2 or 3 times, and you can tell he's tired of getting hit. But yeah, it's been a lot of really trashy football, and hopefully the second half is better for FAMU, especially on offense. If the defense does what it does, we're gonna win. But offense has to find some type of rhythm, do something because Coach Simmons is drawing up good plays. And y'all know I criticize him when I disagree with him. But when I agree with him, I'm with him. This ain't one of them games where I'm sitting over here saying this is a crappy play and we're running this screen and that screen. No, we just drop the dang gum ball, or we slip on the turf, and that's been happening all game. So I'm gonna let y'all go. It's 10-3. We'll do a post game instant reaction. Hopefully, FAMU comes back because this garbage I've seen right here ain't gonna cut the mustard and it looks pretty trash. So 4 quarters of football, and FAMU's not played really well for the first half of this one. So shout out to Cable Busters, HBCU Digital Network, Fangs Up Podcast, another frustrating halftime. All right, Fangs Up.